he wants that horn.
Very pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Apprentice School Athletic Center for tonight's men's basketball game featuring the Royals of Regent University and your Apprentice School builders. Before we meet tonight's starting lineups, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor our nation and all those serving around the world, preserving and protecting our freedom with the playing of our national anthem. Now let's introduce tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Regent University Royals. At guard, a 5'7" senior from Suffolk, Virginia, number 1, Randolph Holland. At guard, a 5'10" senior from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, number 21, Andrew Aiken.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. If you are just joining us, welcome back. And if you are just joining us for the second of tonight's doubleheader, welcome back also. Howard McCain here. Sekou Fry is our engineer producer, and as you can hear in the background, the starting lineups for both teams are being introduced for the second of tonight's doubleheader, as the men will now take on the men of Regent University. The mascot for the Regent University is the Royals. So we look forward to a fantastic basketball game as we saw the women walk away with a 50-37 win over the Royals, over the Lady Royals, so to speak. But we've now transitioned over to the men as Coach Evan Key in his third season will lead his basketball team out onto the court with a 10-12 overall mark, 4-3 in conference play. His opponent is going to be Sam Bada, who is in his third season at the helm of the Royal program of Regent University. He has an overall record of 4-13. They are 1-6 in conference play. The Builders come into tonight's basketball game having lost their last matchup, with the Royals having won their last matchup. So these teams just recently played each other here a few days ago. The Builders able to walk out of the gym with an 85-67 victory. Now the good thing for the Builders is they've already locked up the #1 seed in the EMAC tournament. So these next few games are going to play out to see who they're actually going to host. Are they going to host Regent University here again in the first round of the tournament, or will Mid-Atlantic Christian University come here next Thursday? So both teams are now at midcourt. We are ready to tip things off, and we are it's almost ready to get underway. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the officials for this evening's game are Craig Turner, Damon Allen, and Casey Regent. So the Builders and the Royals are set to tip off. 20 minutes of first half action underway as Regent wins the tip. Basketball controlled by Randolph Holland. I'll let you know who he's joined on the court with in just a moment as the first shot is up and missed. Loose ball comes off the Regent. But the Builders able to poke it away. Builders running. Alley-oop. No good. And back comes Regent again with Randolph Holland. That shot off, up, and no good. That was Michael Burkett as the Builders go back on offense. Damon Fitzgerald, Hammock Fitzgerald. They're on defense for Regent. And the rebound comes off to Michael Burkett. Andrew Aiken also joins the rest of the Royals on the court along with Stanley Ajayi. As Ajayi hits. So Ajayi with the first points of tonight's basketball game, and the Royals take a opening 2-0 lead as Corey Joyner handles the basketball. He's joined on the court by Tony Epps, Isaiah Jones, Corey Smith, and Marion Moore. That's Jones. Kicks to Epps, shot clock at 5 seconds. Epps works. Pass was nearly picked off, so the shot clock now has 2 seconds left. That's plenty of time to catch, gather, and shoot before the play clock expires. Here's Jones. Catch, shoots, shot clock goes off, rebound comes off to Holland. 18-10 remaining in the first half. Builders trailing 2-0 early on in the second of tonight's doubleheader. We actually have another doubleheader coming up this weekend as the Builders look to close out the regular season strong. Here's Ajayi for three. And Ajayi hits. So Ajayi right now with all the points for the Royals. He has 5. As Joyner works against Fitzgerald. Here's Epps. Epps draws the defense. Wild shot. Rebound comes off. But Epps able to steal it. Here's Joyner for 3. And Joyner hits his first shot from three-point land. And that cuts the Royal lead to 5-3. Royals nearly turned it over. Here's Ajayi. Ajayi able to light it up. So right now, Ajayi with all 7 of the Royals' points. 7-3, Royals lead. 16:55 remaining. Here's Marion Moore with his first touch to Joyner. Corner 3, no good. Last touched by Fitzgerald. So the Builders substitute quickly as Clinton Good makes his way into the basketball game for Isaiah Jones. So Good comes in, the 6'6" freshman. Here's Joyner. Man-to-man defense put on right now. Moore attempting to switch the defense. Scrum on the floor, and I think we may, I'm not sure, do we have a foul? As the officials make a correction, it's not Royals ball, it's actually the Builders ball. As he explains to Bada that the basketball was kicked. Shot clock reset to 20 seconds. Game clock now sits at 16:34. Builders trail here at home 7-3 early in the first half as Corey Joyner to Moore. Joyner now with 10 seconds on the shot clock as the feed goes inside and the pass is picked off. So the Builders turn it over. Holland to Fitzgerald. Marion Moore with the steal. Moore slows it down, but fends off the defender with his forearm and commits the foul.
Builder foul charge number 23.
As Rashawn Ely makes his way into the basketball game.
Number 11, Chris Smith in the game for the Royals.
And Chris Smith onto the floor for the Royals. Christopher Smith comes into tonight's basketball game as their leading scorer at 8.3 points per game. Marion Moore, who just took a seat, Builders leading scorer at 14.1 points per game. Builders trail 7-3. Feed inside to Ajayi, who has all of the Royal points thus far. Fitzgerald's shot is blocked. Back come the Builders. Here's Epps. Corey Joyner. Push, no call. Epps. Three-point shot. Long rebound comes off to Ajayi. Fitzgerald. Royals did a nice job of working the perimeter to get the ball inside of Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald just unable to finish. And all the way to the rack with the basketball, that time was Smith. Smith missed. Jump ball situation between the Royals and the Builders. And the Royals have the possession arrow. So Avon Hawkins makes his way into the basketball game for the Builders. So there's a question by Coach Evan Key as to who should actually have the possession arrow, because the Royals won the opening tip. There was a jump ball situation that went in favor of the Builders previously. I think it's finally been figured out. The Builders will have the basketball. As the corner three is good by Avon Hawkins. So the Builders have now trimmed the lead to 7-6. Royals over the Builders. As we get a foul call. That foul call will be on Avon Hawkins. That is his first personal foul of the team, second. So Burkett will inbound for the Royals on the baseline to Fitzgerald. Shot clock at 18. Here's Smith. Shot clock at 10. Smith to Ajayi. Ajayi shot off the glass, no good. Back come the Builders with Joyner. Epps doesn't have what he wants, so he bags the basketball out, and the Builders work their offense. As we get a blocking foul by Christopher Smith.
Royal foul number 11, Chris Smith.
So for Christopher Smith, that is his first personal foul. The team's first is Caleb Molesky will make his way into the basketball game. Joakim Marie Joseph makes his debut on the floor for the Royals as Corey Joyner looks to inbound from the baseline. And he turns it over. So 7-6. Our scores. The Royals continue to lead here in the first half. 14-17 left in the first half of action of game number 2 of tonight's doubleheader here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Again, thank you for joining us. Here's Holland off of a screen, a hard screen from Marie Joseph. Here's Burkett, guarded with 10 seconds. Pass attempted to go inside to Marie Joseph, but it goes out of bounds, so that's a turnover against the Royals. But the Royals still maintain a 7-6 lead. Joyner off of a screen. Hawkins Joyner loses it. Ajayi picks up the loose ball. Feed down low to Marie Joseph, and he travels with the basketball. So that's 2 consecutive trips down on the offensive end for the Royals, and that's 2 consecutive turnovers. So the Builders will take it. 13:31 remaining. Builders trail by 1. Here's Hawkins. Shot clock at 15. Joyner against the zone defense. Avon Hawkins, 3, no good. Eason with the long rebound as he goes to work on Marie Joseph. Marie Joseph commits the foul. So for Joakim Marie Joseph, that is his first personal foul in the team's second, and that'll put Eason at the free throw line.
Jaden Eason at the line for the Builders, shooting 2.
Builders shooting as a team 61.4% from the charity stripe. An opportunity here to take the lead, and they won't do that off the first miss. So with the second one, the Builders will look to try to tie the score at 7 at the 13:03 mark of the first half. And Builders unable to convert. Eason, and back come the Royals with Holland. Here's Ajayi. Ajayi right now with all of the Royal points. He has 10. The Royals have 10. So 10-6 is our score. Smoleski works. Ely able to find Eason. Eason gets the basket and the foul. That foul call is going to go on Michael Burkett. That is his first personal foul and the team's third, as Xavier Hunter will make his way into the basketball game. And that'll put Jaden Eason at the free throw line to attempt to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way. He just missed 2 free throws just a moment ago, but he doesn't repeat it. So 10-9 is the score. Royals continue to hold to that lead. 10-9 again. Here's Christopher Smith with 18 seconds on the shot clock. Builders, tough in-your-face defense. Here's Ajayi who has 10, loses it, and turns it over. So the Builders on this possession have an opportunity to take their first lead of tonight's basketball game. As Ely works with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Deep corner 3 upcoming from Hunter, unable to get it to go. Marie Joseph with the outlet. Nice job by Avon Hawkins. I'm sorry, not Hawkins, but Hunter. Almost causes the near steal, but the basketball will remain on this end. And the Builders still continue to trail by 1 as Hammock Fitzgerald makes his way back into the basketball game for Marie Joseph. I guess they like to put guys with hyphenated last names in the paint. Here's Hammock Fitzgerald. Able to work well against the defense, but just unable to convert. Back comes Hawkins. Hawkins, Euro step. Shot off the glass and good. And the Builders have now taken their first lead of tonight's basketball game, 11-10, 11-22 remaining in the first half. Holland being guarded by Hunter. 2-man game right now between Holland and Fitzgerald. Jesus. So right now, Stanley Ajayi has 13 points, The Royals have 13 points. He is the only Royal on the scoreboard as the nice give and go right there between Hunter and Easton results in 2. And the Builders have knotted up the score 13-13, 10:47 left in the first half. Holland to Smith. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Burkett. And we get a foul call. That foul call is on Jaden Eason. For Jaden Eason, that is his first personal foul and the team's third. Neither team really close to the other getting into the bonus to shoot free throws. 10:35 left. It's Ajay who's been hot. 13 points so far as we get a turnover. Christopher Smith turns the basketball over as substitutions make their way into the ball game for the visiting Royals. Andrew Aiken, one of the starters, makes his way back onto the floor. Molesky, feed inside to Ely. Ely off the glass for 2, and the Builders back on top. 15-13, 10 minutes, 10 seconds left in the first half. Here's Aiken. Smith with 21 on the shot clock, drains the 3. And the Builder lead quickly goes away. Now the Royals lead 16-15, 9:55 remaining. As Molesky gets it to Hunter. Avon, Hawkins gets it inside to Ely, but Ely double dribbled with the basketball. So that'll be a turnover against the Builders. As we get substitutions, Corey Smith will make his way into the ball game for Vershawn Ely at the 9-minute, 38-second mark of the first half. Is Aiken. Will advance the basketball up the floor. Smith with 20. Smith. Shot no good. Rebound taken by the Builders. Builders kick outside the arc. And we have a traveling violation on the Builders. So Corey Smith turns the basketball over at the 9:07 mark of the first half. Builders trail by 1, 16-15. As the Builders go into a full court press, here's Smith to Aiken. Builders turn up the defensive pressure. Smith can't find anybody, gets trapped, and he calls a timeout. As Coach Sam Bada likes the smart heads-up play that time by Christopher Smith. Again, Christopher Smith comes into tonight's basketball game as the leading scorer for the visiting Royals at 8.3 points per game. So far, nip and tuck is the best way to describe this basketball game. The Builders currently trail right now by 1 point, 16-15. But right now, the energy, the effort, the defense, everything feels really, really good right now for Coach Evan Key and his basketball team. So out of the timeout, it will be Royal basketball. Again, 8 minutes. 56 seconds left in the first half. Right now, it's anyone's basketball game. Neither team really pulling away from each other. Builders got down early, but were able to battle back and get the lead. But right now, Stanley Ajay is going off on the scoreboard. Builders got to get a man on him. Smith with the basketball with 15 on the shot clock. Aiken for 3. Rebound tipped around and controlled by Molesky. And back come the Builders with Hunter. Molesky with 20 on the shot clock. Molesky able to get around the defense. Shot was partially blocked, so the basketball will remain with the Builders as Corey Joyner and Marion Moore make their way into the basketball game. "17 seconds on the shot clock. Eason feed inside. Shot off the glass, no good. And here come the Royals. as we get a offensive foul call on Christopher Smith. So a nice job of cutting him off by Corey Smith, and he forces the foul.
Offensive foul, charge number 11, Chris Smith. The second personal
So for Christopher Smith, that is his second personal foul, and that's the team's fourth. As the Builders counter with Adrian Wall into the basketball game, and Brandon Holland will come in to spell Burkett, I believe. Nope, I take that back. He actually comes in to take Christopher Smith off the floor, who just picked up his second foul. So Corey Joyner works with the basketball for the Builders. Kick to the corner. But we have a traveling violation on Wall. Wall shuffled his feet just prior to releasing the basketball. So the score will remain Royals 16, Builders 15, 8:06 left in the first half as the Builders turned up the defensive pressure. And that almost resulted in a turnover. Jay Neeson just unable to get to the basketball. Holland works with the basketball with the shot clock at 15. Hard. Screen that time by Fitzgerald. Back on the Builders with Corey Joyner. Euro step, and he's fouled. Foul call is going to go on Randolph Holland. Got to get my eyes checked. Randolph Holland. That's his first personal foul and the team's fifth. So that'll put Corey Joyner at the line to shoot two with 7 minutes, 44 seconds left in the first half of action. Builders looking to first tie the score, which they do so on that free throw make, and look to take the lead on the scoreboard. And they do just that. Clifton Good back onto the floor for the Builders as the Builders now lead 17-16, 7:44 left. Builders turn the defensive pressure. Here's a shot. Holland. Able to find Fitzgerald, but Fitzgerald misses. Back comes Corey Joyner to Marion Moore with the flush. Everybody loves the dunk, including the Builder faithful here tonight. And that pushes the Builders out to their largest lead of tonight's game of 3, but that's quickly cut down as the two-point basket goes down for Burkett. Builders now lead 19-18, 7:02 left in the first half as Moore looks. Joyner. Long three comes off to Moore. Moore able to get to the rim, unable to finish, but he's fouled. That foul will go on Hammock Fitzgerald. That is his first personal foul, the team's sixth. So Marion Moore gets an opportunity to toe the charity stripe at the 6-minute, 51-second mark of the first half. Able to, unfortunately, miss the first of two as Marie Joseph makes his way back into the ball game for Hammock Fitzpatrick. Wait a minute, I'm all over the place. Hammock Fitzgerald. As Marion Moore misses, so the score stays at 19-18. Builders with a 1-point lead as Ajayi finally misses a shot. But the long rebound comes off to Holland. Shot clock at 15. Builders with a steal. Here's Marion Moore. Moore all the way to the other end with the thunderous dunk, which pushes the Builder lead up to 21-18 as Burkett attacks the defense. He's fouled, but unable to hit the shot.
Builder foul number 23, Marion Moore.
So Marion Moore, who just had the thunderous breakaway dunk on the offensive end, sprints back to the defensive end and commits the foul. So that is his first personal foul in the team's fourth. And that'll put Michael Burkett at the line to shoot 2. And he misses the first. Corey Molesky will make his way onto the floor for Marion Moore. .6:19 left in the first half. Builders, again, have matched their largest lead of tonight of 3, 21-18. And that lead is now down to 2, 21-19. As the Builders working around the perimeter. To Joyner, shot clock at 20. Kick over to Smith. Back to Joyner. Shot clock now at 10. Joyner. Builders, shot, no good. Rebound taken by Marie Joseph. So here's Aiken with the basketball. Holland. Nice through the defense, but he traveled in the process, so that's another turnover. So 5:41 left in the first half. 21-19 is our score. Joyner to Molesky. Here's Wall. Wall tried to get it inside to good, nothing doing. So the shot clock now at 17 for the Builders. Joyner finds Wall. Wall gets the ball inside, but good, unable to make. Here's Holland, trying to get the basketball to Aiken, but Aiken was not prepared for the pass, so that's another turnover. And the Builders now have the basketball at the 5:14 mark in the first half, holding to a 2-point lead, 21-19 as Joyner works. Shot clock at 20. Joyner, foul. They called it on Holland. I thought it might have been on Burkett, but they called it on Randolph Holland. That is his second personal foul and the team's 7th. So the Builders will shoot foul shots for the remaining 5:04 of the first half as Joyner misses the front end of the 1-and-1.
Get back, Cliff. Get back, Cliff.
Here's Holland. Aiken with 20 on the shot clock. Ajay. Here's Burkett with 10 on the shot clock. Builders, tough defense. Molesky on defense with Burkett, shot clock at 5. Holland able to hit with the shot clock at 2. So 21-21 is our score as the Builders go back on offense. Kick to the corner. Good, no good. Long rebound taken, though, by Smith as he misses his 3. Ajay comes away with the loose ball. So back come the Royals as Marie Joseph able to bank it off the glass for 2. And the Royals have fought back and taken the lead as we get a timeout. Timeout being taken by the visiting Royals as Sam Bonner's club has fought back and taken the lead back from the Builders now by a score of 23-21, as this game has had all kinds of ebbs and flows so far. Not quite like the first game that we saw tonight. This game has a lot of ebbs and flows. Both teams able to kind of pick up a little bit of momentum, get themselves into the lead. So far, the Builders haven't been able to enjoy more than a 3-point lead so far in this basketball game. The visiting Royals, again, continue to fight and keep themselves right there in it as we're now down to 3 minutes and 55 seconds left in the first half. The Royals currently lead by just 2 points here, 23-21. Entertaining basketball game so far. We've seen Marion Moore play really, really well. So far, he's got a couple of dunks. That last one, that breakaway dunk, pretty much got everybody in the gymnasium on their feet as he was able to throw down a hard, loud 2 on the offensive end. So right now, scoring for the Builders is kind of even across the boards, but it's Stanley Ajayi that has pretty much been the story as far as scoring here in the first half. Ajayi right now sits at 10 points in the first half for the Royals. Both teams are out of the timeout and back on the court. So let's go back out there with them for the next 3:55 of the first half. So Joyner is working against a man-to-man defense right now by the Royals. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 3:43 on the game clock. As Corey Joyner directs traffic. Joyner all the way to the rack. Scoop shot, no good, but he's fouled. That foul goes on Joakim Marie Joseph. That is his second personal foul and the team's ace. So again, the Builders are already in the bonus, so they will shoot foul shots every time that they're fouled. So here's Joyner, and he's able to hit the first of two, so that makes the score now 23-22. Royals over the Builders. As the second of two rims out for Corey Joyner, so the Builders are going to continue to trail now by one, 23-22. As Samir Brown works with the basketball, he's new onto the court. Here's Ajayi, who hasn't scored in a while, but he is in double digits so far in the basketball game. Here's Burkett to Ajayi. As the ball is lost out of bounds underneath by Fitzgerald. So the Builders have an opportunity to seize the lead. 3:05 remaining in the first half. Here's Joyner working against Brown. Joyner off the screen. Here's Epps. Dribbling. Kick. Long three-point shot goes down as Kyrie Smith hits the three. So the Builders go back on top, 25-23. 2:38 left as Fitzgerald handles the long pass. Builders attempt to kick up the defensive pressure as Aiken's shot rims out. So the shot clock resets at 20. Here's Brown, shot clock now with 15. Here's Ajayi. Ajayi's all of a sudden cold from the field after he was unable to miss from anywhere in the court. Fitzgerald able to get that rebound. He is fouled. He's fouled by Marion Moore. That is his third personal foul and the team's fifth. So that puts Damon Hammock Fitzgerald at the line to shoot two. 2:10 remaining in the first half. Okay, so the foul was originally on Marion Moore, which would be his third.
Number 2, Caleb Molesky was on the foul.
So it's Caleb Molesky with the foul, which is unusual because Marion Moore wasn't even on the floor. So Caleb Molesky picks up his first personal foul as Hammett Fitzgerald hits the first of two. And with this one, the Royals can tie it, and they do not. Molesky able to come away with the defensive rebound, 2:05 left. Builders with a 1-point lead, 25-24, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Builders working around the perimeter with Epps. 15 on the shot clock. Here's Corey Joyner. Kick to the corner to Smith, who misses. So here's Brown with the basketball with 1 minute, 45 seconds left in the first half. Builders leading by one. As Hammett Fitzgerald gives to Aiken. 14 seconds on the shot clock. They have a foul call prior to the shot.
Builder foul number 3, Tony
That foul
Epps,
call will go
first,
on Epps.
team
That's his
6.
first personal foul. And the team 6 is the Royals will inbound along the baseline with Ajayi. 15 seconds on the shot clock. As Hammett Fitzgerald, just a simple, easy turn and shoot from about 5 feet. He drains it, and that gives the Royals the lead, 26-25. 1 minute, 13 seconds left in the first half. It's Joyner to Smith. Epps able to draw the defense and kick to Corey Joyner, who puts up a high arcing shot that goes down, and the Builders have retaken the lead now, 27-26. We're now under 1 minute left in the first half as Ajayi. Again, his cold shooting afternoon continues after hitting the first 10 points of the basketball game for the Royals. He's now missed his last 4 shots. 44.3 seconds remaining. Substitutions make their way onto and off the court for the Builders. 27-26 is the score. Builders leading by 1, so they can't hold for the final shot. 44 seconds left, 30 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Joyner. Here's Molesky to Joyner. Back to Avon Hawkins, who was able to get the shot to just trickle over the edge of the rim and good. So the Builders now with a 3-point lead, 20 seconds left. So the Royals can hold for the final shot of the half. As Brown to Aiken. Game clock at 9. Aiken able to get it to Fitzgerald, but he's blocked from behind by Molesky, but they call the foul. So Caleb Molesky is going to pick up his second personal foul, and that stops the clock with 6 seconds remaining in the first half, and that'll send Hammock Fitzgerald to the line to shoot 2. So he'll get an opportunity to score the basketball with the clock stopped. And Sam Bada pulls his team off of the free throw line, more than likely to put them in better defensive position. Whether Fitzgerald hits them both, misses them both, or just hits one. So Fitzgerald is going to shoot 2, and he makes the first of 2. So 29-27 is the score. Molesky makes his way to the bench. Hunter takes his place. 29-27. Builders up by 2. Builders now up by 1. Game clock at 4, 3, 2. Joyner shot up off the glass and good, and that's how we end the first half of action here on the second of tonight's doubleheader, as the Builders will take a 31-28 lead into the halftime locker room. Coach Evan Key has to be ecstatic with the game that his offense has played here in the first half. So welcome back to Courtside with me, Howard McCain. Sekou Fry is our engineer-producer as we reach halftime of the second of 2 games tonight. Again, we saw the ladies actually come down and win the basketball game this evening. Bit of a turnover fest in that first game between the ladies, where we saw a total of 67 turnovers committed in that basketball game. And listen to this, folks, I've never heard this stat before. Between both teams, there were 88 total rebounds. So what that means, there were 88 total missed shots in that earlier game between the women, but the ladies from the apprentice school were able to pull out a victory and walk out of here and give way to the men, who have taken a 31-28 lead into the halftime locker room. Both teams played pretty well on both offense and defense, so that's why the scoring looks pretty balanced. We did see Stanley Ajayi come out early and establish himself as a scorer in the basketball game for the visiting Royals, but then went ice cold from the field after that. Builder's able to come out off the strength of a couple of threes and a lot of balanced scoring across the lineup, and the Builder's able to put 31 on the board, and right now sit with a 3-point lead, 31-28. So we'll take a break. We'll allow you to take a break. We'll have all the stats that you need to know coming up at the beginning of the second half. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, this is Builder Basketball.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
The USCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to peak. It's leveling the playing field for everybody. It provides a great opportunity, just the fellowship amongst athletes, get a chance to play against some different teams that typically don't get a chance to play against from different regions, different parts of the country. This kind of gives you an opportunity to kind of see where you're really at against everybody. Really good, like I said, just a great environment, well-ran tournament. It's a pleasure to be part of organizations like the USCAA.
My name is Elena Paoli-Pelham. I've been at the apprentice school for 4 months, and I'm an expert heavy metal fabricator. Heavy metal fabricator is like putting the pieces to the puzzle. We're the ones who cut the pieces, press the pieces, and send them out. We cut steel. The pieces can vary from very small pieces to very large pieces. We build aircraft carriers and submarines. The apprentice school has endless opportunities. You get to come in here, learn a trade, play a sport that you love, getting paid while doing it. Main thing is to stay focused, be on task. The money is great. Once I complete the apprenticeship, I plan to move higher up. Apprentices are the future leaders of the company. I have matured tremendously. Time management is key here. Now I have the most time management I've ever had in my entire life. Debt-free and making money. So you come out of the apprentice school with no debt. I thought the apprentice school was gonna give me a job and help me move on. But when I came here, I got a total different experience. It's been the best experience of my life so far.
I'm Jordan Wilson, and I'm an X33 coding specialist at the apprentice school, and I've been here for a year and 4 months. We do a lot of taking paint off and painting parts of the ship. We build world-class submarines and carriers. We focus on quality. I'm 19 years old, so I think I'm pretty stable and able to do a lot of things that I like to do. We make good money here. The apprentice school is tuition free, so you still be able to get your degree here, and you'll have a job with the company if you choose to stay here, so you'll be secured. The apprentice school has changed me as a person because it's brought out the leadership skills that I know that were already in me, because that's what we focus on here. We focus on leadership, craftsmanship, and scholarship. I'm capable of doing a lot of things, and being an apprentice really shows how to bring that out of you. So that's my favorite part, is testing what I'm capable of doing, even if I don't know it.
Here we go.
My name is Letitia McCain. I am Director of Education of the Apprentice School. And I think the most fun part of it all is building a relationship with the students.
You know, the opportunity we can offer here at the Apprentice School is a very unique one. To prospective student athletes it's one of a kind.
My favorite part about being an apprentice is getting to work with my hands and playing football. And since I came in the yard, I've matured a lot, coming in straight out of high school, and I'm able to work better with others.
Oh man, it's a great experience. I mean, you're doing what you love, you're learning a great trade that you can use anywhere. It's just a great experience, best experience I ever had.
I loved it because it taught me time management, it taught me patience. I was one of those ones that did everything last minute, so it taught me how to go to work, get time for resting, get time for homework and school, and stay on top of things. My favorite thing about being an apprentice has to be the numerous opportunities that you get. As long as you show initiative, determination, and you dedicate yourself, there's no door that can't be opened.
It's not your traditional four-year college scholarship type athlete. Just hearing about the women actually getting out and working every day told me a lot about their character to even sign up and be committed to a program like this. So the challenge, I think, just knowing that these women can do both, it was inspiring.
Wrestling is one of those sports where it takes serious dedication to be really good at. And just like every other apprentice, they're going to school and they're going to work all day. They're working on nuclear aircraft carriers and submarines and being a full-time athlete.
I didn't know what to think. I was blindsided. Got to grow up a little fast, but I made it work. Been here 10 years now. And yeah, tuition free, simple. It's as simple as that.
Most recent grads that are graduating high school, their first year at college or typical university, they're sleeping in sometimes in the mornings. Our guys and young ladies are out beating on steel at 5:30 in the morning sometimes.
It's completely different. You really see how responsible you have to be to get up every morning and get to work, and how much people really rely on you.
This is not for somebody that's soft. It's something that it's very rewarding when you get through it. It's a long day. You're up at 5 or so. You may go to school all day. You may work all day. Practice afterwards. Get home, clean up, eat, do your homework, and get to bed and get ready to do it again the next day. So it's a sacrifice and it's a commitment.
I'd say my proudest moment really is just being able to have this opportunity and do it all. I mean, I got the schooling paid for and made it through that, and being able to do something that I'm really interested in.
But playing baseball is awesome through the apprentice school, because it definitely just opens more doors to move up in the company. You can't have much more fun playing baseball.
Probably is the best decision that you could make coming out of high school. You're going to be able to pay your own bills, start your own career, and also at the same time, you could get your education for free. So it's really a no-brainer.
I was recruited right out of high school. Had a defensive coordinator come to my school and say, hey man, you're not going to have any student debt when you finish up. You're going to get to play football and work with your hands every day. I said, sign me up right then and there. Greatest experience of my life thus far.
You got to have some guts. You got to be hard-nosed to be able to survive this place, this culture, this atmosphere. So what we do is we come in, we tell our guys there are no excuses. We want guys that are smart, that are going to be able to come in here and get the classwork done. That's first and foremost. But secondly, we want hard-nosed guys that really love the game of football. Guys that, you know, they can't wait to get over to football practice and they love to compete. We play a fast, high-paced, exciting brand of football, so that's something they can look forward to every day. With the way we're trending and the way our program is recruiting, I can tell you that we're going to be moving into some spaces that apprentice football has never been before, and I'm excited about it.
It's a great opportunity to be able to come to the apprentice school, not only play the sport, but also be able to have a career out of it as well, too.
I believe the proudest moment I've had is to see all of our players, walk that stage. I challenge each one of them to become a superintendent as a minimum, and several of them are going through the ranks making supervision, so I'm real proud of that. That's probably more than any of them shooting 69 or 70 in my opinion. It's a big deal, and when they come here, they're building nuclear-powered submarines and aircraft carriers for the U.S. Navy, and basketball is just a fun thing. But what our apprentices do on a day-in and day-out basis is protecting our security at home, so it's something that they're going to be able to really take pride in for the rest of their lives.
We play a huge part in the safety of our country, being a contractor of the United States Navy, and it's just an opportunity that we can offer that no one else in America can, so it's really unique here and really awesome.
The opportunity of the apprentice school should be known to a lot of individuals because it gives students an opportunity to come in and not only learn a trade, but also you get a chance to be an athlete as well. So to be able to get job skills, on-the-job training, as well as interact and be in a world-class company, I mean, what more can an individual ask for?
I'm Michael Allen. I'm the Director of Athletics here at the Apprentice School, and I am a builder.
My name is Brian Cave, and I am a builder.
My name is Nicole Jackson, and I am a builder.
My name is Ben Jones, and I am a builder.
I'm Joey Maven, and I am a builder.
My name is Zach Johnson, and I am a builder.
My name is BJ Maven, and I'm a builder.
My name is Quanisha Bruce, and I am a builder.
My name is Evan Key, and I am a builder.
My name is Mike Amrazovich, and I am a builder.
My name is John Davis, and I'm a builder.
My name is Austin Saylor, and I'm a builder.
My name is Marcus Chevres, and I am a builder.
My name is Lou Picola, and I'm a builder.
I'm Brandon Joyner, and I'm a builder.
I'm a builder.
I am a builder.
I am a builder.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the second half of action here, or the beginning of the second half of action here, as we are about to tip it off. Well, not tip it off, that happens at the beginning of the game, but this is game number 2 of tonight's doubleheader between the men and the women of Regent University. Again, we saw the women get out of here with a 50-37 win, and right now the men are leading the Royals from Regent University by a score of 31-28. As far as your stats from the first half, for Regent, of course, Stanley Ajayi poured in 13 total points to lead all scorers, both for Regent and for the Apprentice School. He also tied 2 other players on his team with the lead in rebounds at 4. For the Builders, the leading scorer going into the second half is Corey Joyner. He poured in 10 points of his own, while Marion Moore and Caleb Molesky each pulled down 3 rebounds to lead for the Apprentice School. So now we're off to the second half of action as Burkett inbounds to Holland. As we get a quick and early foul call, that foul call is going to be on Corey Joyner. So for Corey Joyner, that is his first personal foul, and the first foul for the team. Now the Builders actually lead this series all-time 4-0 as Hammett Fitzgerald pours in his first bucket of the second half, and that cuts the Builder lead now to 131-30, 19:40 left, as the shot up, no good, but there was a foul. That foul call will go on number 35. That will be Hammett Fitzgerald. That'll be his second personal foul in the team's first. Here's Isaiah Jones at the line to shoot 2. And he misses the first of 2, so the scorers will stay at 31-30. So again, the Builders have already clinched the #1 seed on their side of the EMAC bracket going into the conference tournament, as the Builders missed both. So back comes Holland and the Royals. Burkett with the basketball, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Holland misses. Here's Joyner. Joyner, already with 10 points in the basketball game, gives it off to Epps, throws an air ball, but the basketball goes off of Marie Joseph out of bounds, and it will stay on this end. 21 seconds on the shot clock, 19:15 on the game clock, and the Builders holding to a 1-point lead, 31-30. Epps finds Wall. Let's get past the Epps. I'm sorry, I said Wall, that was Smith. Here's Smith in the corner, three, goes down. So Kyrie Smith with the corner three pushes the Builder lead to 4 as the Builders turned up the defensive pressure in the backcourt. It's Aiken able to get across the timeline in 7 seconds. Here's Burkett. Marie Joseph with the offensive. And we have a steal. And all the way down and missing the dunk on the other end is Kyrie Smith. So the basketball will go back over to Regent. Builders unable to convert on the steal and breakaway. Here's Holland to Burkett. 25 seconds left on the shot clock. Burkett gives it to Moore. Marie Joseph, who tried to work to get position, but he was actually defended really well on the low block. As we get a whistle underneath, and that whistle underneath is going to be on Marie Joseph. So for Marie Joseph, that is his third personal foul and the team's second. So that automatically gets Hammock Fitzgerald up off the floor and back into the ball game. 18-12 left in the basketball game. Builders leading by 4. Inbound comes off to Epps. Epps able to split the defense with the kick to Corey Joyner. Missed the 3. But Miriam Moore there for the tough offensive rebound. Long 3-point shot by Smith, no good. Aiken with the rebound. Back comes Burkett. Pass picked off. Let's see if the dunk goes down this time for Smith, and it does. Smith able to throw it down that time. Last time he tried to use one hand, missed. This time he secured the dunk with 2 hands. As the Builders create another turnover, here's Marion Moore with another back-to-back dunk, and we get a timeout. Timeout taken by Sam Bada as the Builders have extended their lead to 8, 38-30. Builders on a 7-2 run to open up the second half, have opened up the scoring here. And again, the Builders were able to sprint out to their largest lead in the first half was actually 3 points, but now this is their largest lead of the basketball game at 8. So let's see if they can maintain it. Great energy by this team coming out of the halftime locker room. Give a lot of credit to Coach Evan Key and his staff to really drive home the fact that the Builders need to pick up the defensive pressure on the Royals, and the Royals haven't quite responded just yet. But right now, the Builders are doing everything right so far in the second half, and they've extended their lead now again to 8. Corey Joyner, again, went into the halftime locker room as the leading scorer for the Builders. Builders able to do a good job of keeping their turnover margin down. Folks, they only committed 8 turnovers, while Regent committed 13. 13 is about what you want to have when you end the game, so Regent turning the ball over just a little bit more than the Builders. So both teams are out of the timeout and back on the court. 17:28 left in the basketball game. Builders with the full court press. Aiken. And the pass from Ajayi is picked up, but the Builders turn it right back over with the errant outlet pass that goes way over the head of Smith, who had sprinted out. So the basketball will go back over. Here's Ajayi. Ajayi, three, goes down. So Stanley Ajayi pours in his 16th point of the night, and that pulls Regent back within 5. Ball goes down low as Jones stepped on the baseline. As substitutions make their way in for both teams, Christopher Smith goes in for the visiting Royals, Avon Hawkins, and Jaden Eason into the ball game for the Builders. As the Builders again turn up the defensive pressure, here's Ajayi. Euro step, he's fouled, and count the basket.
Avon, it's your middle. That ball got swung, you gotta get over there.
That foul call is going to go on Jaden Eason, who just got into the basketball game. That's his second personal foul, the team's first. So that'll put Stanley Ajayi at the line already with 18 points in the basketball game, looking for his 19th. And he gets it. So Stanley Ajayi finished the first half ice cold, but comes out hot in the second half as Eason finds Joyner. Here's Hawkins. Moore, down low to Eason. Eason on Ajayi. Corner shot from Hawkins. Rebound taken by Ajayi. 16-18 left in the second half. Builders up by 2. 38-36. Holland. Fitzgerald goes to work and scores. And just like that, the Builders' lead has been erased from 8 to tie. 38-38. Eason to Joyner. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Moore. Tough defense by Fitzgerald, but Moore still able to score the basketball. So 40-38 is our score. As the Builders flash the double team. 20 seconds, here's Holland. Holland rises up and hits. So 40-40 is our score. 15-27 left in the basketball game as Moore deals. And we get a turnover. Smith with the basketball. .20 seconds on the shot clock as Fitzgerald gets it to Holland. Ajayi with the basketball, 15 seconds on the shot clock as Fitzgerald goes to work. I'm sorry, I keep calling him Fitzpatrick. But he misses. And back comes Smith to Moore. Moore, hard to the hoop, and he is fouled. So he'll be fouled on the play by Hammond Fitzgerald. That'll be his third personal foul. So both of their big men now with 3 personal fouls as Joakim Marie Joseph is off the bench and at the scorer's table to come in, and Marion Moore will step to the line to try to break this 40-40 tie at the 14:51 mark of the second half. And he does just that. So 41-40 is our score as Joakim Marie Joseph makes his way into the ball game. Damon Hammock Fitzgerald will have a seat. As Marion Moore sinks a second of 2. So the Builders now have a 2-point lead, 42-40. Holland with the basketball to Smith to Ajayi. Aiken with 20. shoots and scores. So 42-40, back and forth we go. Joyner off a screen. Moore. Unable to hit. Here's a Jai to Smith. Smith scoreless. And he'll stay that way as the Builders are able to draw the offensive foul with Smith. So that right there is Smith on Smith prime, as Kyrie Smith able to pick up the offensive foul on Christopher Smith. So we'll get a timeout. Timeout being taken by the Builders as the scoreboard is all tied up 42-42 here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. So back to courtside with me, Howard McCain. Again, Seiko Fry is our engineer producer. And what an entertaining basketball game so far in the second half as Coach Evan Key calls a full timeout for his basketball team. His basketball team comes in having lost their last or their previous game, as also the Regent University Royals come in. They won their last basketball game, so trying to reverse those fortunes so the Builders can get out here a win and send Regent out of here with a loss here in tonight's game. But right now it is anybody's game. It's 42-42 as we saw. I believe it was Stanley Ajayi really lighted up in the first half of the first half, then got cold going into the halftime locker room. But then he comes out in the second half and he's hot in the first half of the second half. So maybe he can keep up that trend of going cold as the game goes later into the half. Timeout is over. Let's go back to the court. 42-42 is our score. Builders with the basketball. Corey Joyner crosses the timeline. Works off of a screen. Kick in the corner to Avon Hawkins. His three no good. Marion Moore with a strong rebound, unable to put it back. And it was last touched by the Builders.
Foul one for the foul. Hey, you got shooters, Jaden.
Here's Smith with the basketball, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Ajayi inside to Marie Joseph. He deals and hits. So the Royals now have the lead 44-42 as the Builders quickly turn the basketball back over to the Royals. Here's Ajayi for three. And he was actually already walking off before it even came off. That's confidence in your shot right there, folks. Back comes Joyner in the Builders. Moore. Able to bake it off the backboard for two, and we're tied again, 44-44, 13:08 left. As Aiken works it into the front court. Here's Smith. Smith able to score. So 46-44 our score now. Royals over the Builders. Corey Joyner able to get to the rack, up and good, no foul call. As Marion Moore slipped on some perspiration. Kick in the corner to Smith for three. No good. Easton muscles down the rebound. Here comes Joyner. Smith. Tough baseline jumper goes down, and the Builders retake the lead 48-46.
Hey, shooter!
Here's Aiken. To Ajayi for three. Long rebound taken by Corey Joyner. And back come the Builders. Joyner to the hoop. Shot up. Count the basket and the foul. So that foul call will go on Brandon Holland. That is his third personal foul and the team's fourth. And that'll send Corey Joyner to the line to attempt to complete the three-point play and give the Builders a 4-point lead. Again, Builders have enjoyed a lead as high as 8, but we'll take this one at 4. So 51-47 Builders as Aiken crosses the timeline. Smith with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Builders in a man-to-man defense. Aiken on Joyner. Smith with 10, 9, 8. Smith able to get around the defense, and he is fouled. That foul call is going to go on Marion Moore. That'll be his third personal foul and the team's third. So that'll put Christopher Smith at the free throw line to shoot 2, and he drains the first. As Burkett makes his way into the ball game for Ajayi. Again, Ajayi right now with 19 points in the basketball game. Smith makes them both. So 51-48 is our score. As we get a foul on Holland. So for Randolph Holland, that is his fourth personal foul, the team's 6th. So one more and the Builders will be in the bonus. Joyner working against Holland. Again, Holland, 4 fouls, personal fouls. As we get another dunk from Marion Moore. Marion Moore rises up and puts it down. And we have a traveling violation on the other end by Burkett. And the Builders have now seized momentum in this basketball game. 53-48 is our score, as Samir Brown enters the basketball game for the Royals, who are currently trailing by 5, 53-48. Here's Joyner. Able to find Marion Moore cutting to the basket, and the Builders have now opened up a 7-point lead at the 10:40 mark of the second half. Two-man action that time between Corey and Marion Moore. Here's Smith. Smith pushes off, no call, misses, but finally gets the call. So Kyrie Smith. So for Chris Smith, that is his 4th personal foul again. That was Smith on Smith crime. It was Christopher Smith fouling Kyrie Smith. And Christopher Smith for the Royals picks up his 4th. So he'll take a seat, and that'll put Stanley Ajayi back in the basketball game, and that foul will put Kyrie Smith at the line to shoot the 1-and-1. 10:21 left in the basketball game. Builders with a 7-point lead. If Smith is able to drop both of these, this will give the Builders their largest lead of this evening's game, and he misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Here's Aiken. Tried to get it to Fitzgerald, and back come the Builders with Corey Joyner, who's able to dish it off to Rashawn Ely, who banks it in for 2. Builders now with a 9-point lead, their largest lead of the basketball game. Here's Ajayi, skip pass. Back to Ajayi. And Ajayi, that's his 21st point of the night, and that pulls his team back to within 7. 20 seconds on the clock as Smith works against Burkett. Here's Joyner, shot clock at 15. Here's Moore, shot clock at 10. Moore misses. Rebound comes off to Aiken and the Royals. Builders with a 7-point lead, 57-59, 13 left. Shot clock at 20, here's Burkett. As Aiken hits for 3. So the Builder lead was once 9, is now trimmed all the way back down to 4. 57-53, 8:53 left. Joyner attacks the basket, but his shot is blocked by Fitzgerald. So the Builders will inbound virtually right underneath their own basket. Get a stoppage in play to try to mop up some perspiration along the baseline. Of course, that's for player safety. I don't know if anybody's ever slipped on the court that's been wet. I'm telling you, it ain't fun. Here's the inbound in the corner. 3. Money. So Rashawn Ely hits from 3, and that pushes the Builder lead from 4 back up to 7, 60-53. Here's Burkett. Brown nearly turned it over as we get a tie-up on the floor. If jump ball is the call, which it is, that will be Builder basketball. Beautiful hustle play that time by Corey Joyner, as we may have a wet spot right there on the floor. As the officials brief stoppage in play to try to get something to mop up the sweat, as Regent really has to go and get the squeegee and mop up the visitors' court. Where's our guy? It's kind of embarrassing to have to go on the road and wipe up your own sweat. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Again, it's for player safety. Here's Joyner, Builders with a 7-point lead. Moore, who's just simply gone off in the second half, unable to hit. He's got to be careful because Marion Moore currently has 3 personal fouls. I'm sorry, I thought it was 4, it's 3. Here's Fitzgerald. Backdoor cut to Ajayi. Shot clock at 15. Brown shuffled his feet. No call. Ely fouled on the rebound. No call. So the basketball will stay at this end of the court and belong to the Royals. Here's Ajayi with 21. He won't add to it on that shot or that one. Burkett. Shot blocked by Molesky. Here comes Joyner. Joyner on the break. Has numbers. To Rashawn Ely, who misses. But Caleb Molesky there to clean up the mess, and the Builders now back to their largest lead of the night at 9. 62-53. 7:25 remaining in the second half. A lot of action in tonight's basketball game. Very entertaining. As Brown able to lull Rashawn Ely to sleep with the dribble. Able to get to the basket for an easy layup. And that cuts into the Builder lead, now making it 7. 62-55. Here's Joyner. Moore. But Marion traveled with the basketball, so that's going to turn the ball back over. Here's Samir Brown being worked on by Joyner. Joyner in the back pedal. Here's Ajayi with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Fitzgerald, who misses. Ball slapped around and taken by Smith. Smith all the way to the hoop, and he's fouled. So count the basket and the foul. That foul will go on Samir Brown. That is his first personal foul and the team's 8th. So for the remainder of the basketball game, whenever the Builders are fouled, they will go to the line to shoot as Smith looks to complete the three-point play. If he does that, that will give the Builders their largest lead of the night, and they get it. So 10-point lead right now on the board for the Builders at the 6:27 mark of the second half, 65-55 Builders. And once again, an entertaining basketball game up and down the court. The ebbs and flows of the game have really been there for this matchup. But as it goes right now, the Builders sitting with a 10-point lead at the 6:27 mark of the second half. Builders playing extremely well. As we come back quickly to courtside with me, Howard McCain, again, Sekou Fry is our engineer producer, and this has been a very entertaining basketball game, especially from the standpoint that, remember, these guys worked an 8-hour shift along with myself here at the Shipyard tonight. For them to come out here with this energy and this level of athleticism and concentration in this basketball game has been phenomenal. So the timeout is over. Both teams are back on the court. Samir Brown with the basketball, being guarded by Corey Joyner. So Brown, shot clock at 20. Works off a screen. Here's Aiken with 15. And throwing down his 23rd point of the basketball game is Ajayi. Builders able to come back on the offensive end and pick up a foul in transition. That foul call is going to go on Andrew Aiken. That is his first personal foul. So that's the team's 9th. So that'll put Kyrie Smith at the line. I believe he may have been fouled. If he wasn't fouled in active shooting, I think it's going to be a 1-and-1. So Smith misses the first of 2. So 66-57. Builders now matching their largest lead. Nope, I take it back. They were up by 10. They're up by 9 right now. 66-57 is Aiken with 20 seconds. Works on the defense. 5:45 remaining. Here's Ajayi with 15. Being guarded by Molesky, who screened. Kick down low to Fitzgerald. Really nice ball movement that time by the Royals, but they just weren't able to throw it down. As that foul call will go on Vershawn Ely. That is his first personal foul and the team's 4th. So Fitzgerald was in the act of shooting, so he'll shoot 2. As a team, the Royals come into tonight's basketball game shooting 58.7% from the charity stripe. And Fitzgerald used every part of the rim and just could not get that free throw to drop as Holland and Smith come back on the floor for the Royals. So 5:34 remaining in the basketball game. Builders holding on to a 9-point lead here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. And Fitzgerald hits the second of 2. So that was a 50% attempt from the free throw line. That's right around the average for the team. Again, 58.7% is what they shoot as a team. Molesky. Right at Fitzgerald. Basketball last touched by the Royals. Eight-point lead for the Builders. Joyner able to get it in to Moore, but he's trapped along the baseline. And we have a 3-second lane violation. So not a good decision that time by Joyner to inbound the ball to Marion Moore underneath the basket. That's very similar to the rule that you never want to try to save the basketball underneath your own basket, because most of the time something bad is going to happen. That time they inbound the ball underneath the basket and something bad happened. Holland with 20. Here's Aiken. Long rebound taken by Molesky. Back come the Builders, who currently have an 8-point lead as Molesky commits the offensive foul. So for Caleb Molesky, that'll be his 3rd personal foul. The team's 5th. Builders with 2 more fouls to give before they get into the bonus, or they put the Royals into the bonus. 4:52 left. Builders up by 8. As there's more perspiration on the floor. Got that all mopped up. We're ready to go. Here's Holland. Holland with 4 fouls in the basketball game. Smith looks. Loses the basketball. There's Aiken. Fitzgerald with 15, and he drains it. Toughest shot in basketball, ladies and gentlemen. The baseline jumper. Fitzgerald made it look easy. So the Builders lead now is trimmed down to 6, 66-60. Here's Joyner. Joyner rises up and hits. So 68-60. Game clock continues to tick. 4 minutes and 8 seconds left in the basketball game. It's Holland with 20 seconds. Misses a 3. Back comes Joyner. Joyner right at the defense. Missed it. But Caleb Molesky there to put it back, and the Builders lead is back up to 10. 70-60. Here's Holland with 20. Smith, step back. Long jumper, no good. Long rebound comes off to Smith. And here come the Builders with a 10-point lead, and Epps. Game clock now down to 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Feed goes inside. It's back out to the perimeter. Here's Epps. Epps able to rise up and hit as well. And we get a timeout. Timeout being taken by Coach Evan Key, as the Builders spread out to their largest lead of tonight's basketball game, 12 at 72-60 here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Welcome back to Courtside with myself, Howard McCain. So glad you could join us. What an entertaining basketball game this has been. It was up and down for both teams at one point until the Builders were able to put together some stops and really go ahead and open up the lead in this basketball game to their largest lead of the game, which is currently at 12. We're now sitting at a score of 72-60, 3:06 left in the basketball game. Now, usually, conventional knowledge says that if you are trailing another team, you want that deficit somewhere around 10 by the time you hit that 5-minute mark. Right now, the Builders have a 12-point lead with 3:06. The question is, can the Royals create enough opportunities to score the basketball possession-wise to get themselves back into the basketball game on the scoreboard? There's a chance they may not, and the Builders could get out of here with a tough-fought victory against a tough Royals basketball team from Regent University. So Regent is going to have to make the most of every possession from here on out. May not be time for them to start shooting it from 3-point range, but we're getting close. as Holland works. Ball goes inside to Fitzgerald. He is fouled by Marion Moore, and Marion Moore just picked up his 4th personal foul at the 2:52 mark of the basketball game. So that'll put Hammock Fitzgerald at the free throw line to shoot 2 to try to cut into this 12-point Builder lead. And this is what you don't want to happen when you have a lead, is to give the other team an opportunity to score the basketball while the clock is stopped. But thankfully, Fitzgerald misses the first. Fitzgerald misses the second as Molesky able to corral the loose ball. So the Builders have an opportunity to eat clock. 2:40 left in the basketball game, in no hurry to score as they're up by 4 possessions in the basketball game. Here's Moore. Epps with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Epps finds Moore, who dunks. And that pushes the Builder lead up to 14. Now is the time that some sense of urgency has to set in with the Royals, because on the scoreboard, they're currently down by 5 possessions. So with 2:13 remaining, will they be able to present enough opportunities to score the basketball? They have to start here, as the Builders nearly get the steal with Caleb Molesky. Burkett comes into the basketball game for Ajayi, which is curious because Ajayi is leading everybody in the game with 21 points as Smith squeezes off a 3, misses Caleb Molesky with a loose ball. Epps nearly had an opportunity to get to the basket, but did the smart thing, pull the basketball out, and the Builders look to run clock. 1:45 remaining with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Builders with a 14-point lead. Shot is short. Here comes Fitzgerald and Holland. Holland able to score on the offensive end. So at what point will Sam Boda and his team start to play the foul game? Doesn't like it's going to happen right now, as the alley-oop is interrupted, but Corey Joyner there to put it back for 2. Builders back up to a 14-point lead. Here's Burkett. Aiken for 3, short. Got his own rebound, tried to get it to Fitzgerald, and it goes out of bounds. So 1:04 remaining as substitutions come in, as Mark Nice makes his way into the basketball game, along with Travis Spinks and Samir Brown. Builders counter with Kurt Harrell. Here's Epps. Gives it off to Smith, who scores. So that makes the score 78-62. Builders with a 16-point lead, folks. Their largest lead of tonight's basketball game comes with less than 1 minute left to play in the basketball game, as Coach Evan Key calls a full timeout. He wants to use this as an opportunity to get some of his guys into the basketball game that don't normally get playing time. So that's what this timeout is all about. It's not for strategy or anything like that. It is just simply to give his guys an opportunity to get into the basketball game who don't normally get a chance to play out this final 55.5 seconds remaining in the basketball game. And while just a well-played game by the Builders, Again, remember, they went into the halftime locker room leading by a score of 31-28. They've now scored 78 points. So they come out in the second half on fire, putting up 47 points here in the second half to distance themselves from the visiting Royals of Regent University. So maybe Sam Boda will do the same thing as well. Maybe he'll put some of his guys into the game who don't normally get playing time. I do see a couple of fresh faces onto the floor for Regent University. So both the Builders and Regent University are back out on the court for the final 55.5 seconds. So here's Holland being guarded by one of the newbies on the floor. That's Michael Jabber. Here's Brown, knifing, foul. And if you're the Builders, you don't want to commit that foul. I'm sorry, that's Michael Jabber. I said Jabber, it's Michael Jabber, so that's not the foul you want to commit. And that puts Brown at the free throw line to shoot 2 with the clock stopped as he makes the first of 2. So for the Builders, the goal is to finish up this final 40.9 seconds and get out of here with your team relatively healthy and intact. As Christian Cox makes his way into the basketball game, Samir Brown set to shoot the second of 2, and he drains it. So again, 40.9 remaining. Here's Hunter being worked by Holland. Holland with 4 fouls, able to stay away from that 5th foul, surprisingly, as the Builders work it. Ball goes inside, shot up, and the putback is good for Clemente Riddick. His first points of the game. Long 3-point shot comes off. Riddick with the rebound. 10 seconds left in the basketball game, and the Builders can just dribble this one out and get out of here with an 80-64 win as the Builders get stripped. Shot won't get off for Samir Brown, and that is the way things will wrap up here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center as the Builders are able to walk away with both wins in tonight's doubleheader as the men come away with an 80-64 victory over the visiting Royals of Regent University. We also saw the women get out of here with a 50-37 win in tonight's doubleheader. Builder men came out and shot the lights out in the second half, folks, putting up 49 points in the second half to pull away again with a 80-64 win here at home at the Apprentice School, 16-point victory. The Builders will improve their overall record to 11-12 and their conference record to 5-3. I told you earlier before that they have already locked up the #1 seed on their side of the bracket in the EMAC tournament. So the Builders will get out of here with a well-played victory as we will have a moment of silence as both teams are at midcourt for prayer. Prayer is over. Both teams walk off the court, and that'll do it here from the Apprentice School Athletic Center. It's been an entertaining night of basketball, a dynamic, an opposite dynamic in both games as we saw the game for the women kind of be a little shaky, but we saw the men come out really strong, but both teams able to secure a victory here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. So that's going to do it for me and our engineer-producer, Sekou Brown. We want to say thank you to everyone who tuned in and watched tonight's basketball games with an S as the men get out of here and complete the sweep in the doubleheader over Regent University. So for Sekou Brown, again, I'm Howard McCain. We're signing off. I want to say good night. And remember, folks, the next time we see you, this is Builder Basketball.